Howdy, folks. You're listening to Demon Dayz, an actual play podcast with a focus on fiends and the friends who play them. We're back after a little bit of a break, and we've got a bunch of new episodes for your enjoyment, so we can't wait for you to listen to those. Wanted to give a quick shout out to KiloWhat, who does the artwork for our show. Amazing as always. Go check out her stuff. All the important links will be in the show description. And then I also wanted to point out that we have a Discord where all of us hang out, have a great time talking about all things nerdy, all things tabletop. There's something there for everyone, so come hang out with us. We can't wait to see you there. Let's get on with the show, shall we?
Friends, fiends, it's been a while since we last talked, and I think the best way to make up for that is for you to hand over every drop of ale you've got. That way, I can continue this amazing story without interruption. When last we spoke, our heroes made it back to the Fallhold, and Feder got word of family coming to visit. Naturally, that caused a bit of a spiral. We picked up right as the panic sets in these Demon Days.
I'm sorry. It's a little bit of that sky point coming out. I'm just really,
fuck.
You know what? I'm gonna go take a bath, and I just walk towards that court.
Yusuf goes into the forge and closes the door.
I'm gonna kind of obsessively walk around and make sure this place doesn't look like a shithole, because I need people to think that we're doing okay. Well, I guess Drago was already here. Whatever.
I'm gonna,
I'm gonna tidy up, and then I may wander down to go get him in the next couple hours.
Yeah, so I'll go past the library and that workroom.
And you're able to find it from what you remember. It's that trap door in the top right corner. You push through some of the debris. The room is still a mess. The hinges are starting to rust on the trap door, but you can still make your way down, and the hot spring is still bubbly and steamy as ever.
Yeah, so I'll undress and go in there and, just take a breather. I'll take my time, wash a little bit, and cry.
Is it clear water, or is it is there silica in it? Is it good for the skin?
It's great for the
Sure,
skin.
it's great. You get the sense that the other bath, the one that the statue of Sid is in, is more of a public sort of wash room that you would have to upkeep and maintain to have a more localized bath.
Get it.
It's more function than relaxation. That secret spring is for you guys.
So Feder is running around trying to make everything look presentable.
Okay.
Whatever Flotsam didn't do, I don't know how updated or not some of this stuff is, but just
due to the inconsistency of the routines that
Right.
he's running with, all the debris is still there. It's just dusted off really nicely.
Ah, fuck.
So it just will take some time to program him logically, speak to him the logic
Right.
that he can then burn in his core, his modern core to remember.
Right.
But
I essentially just I feel like I just want to make a fire pile, because I feel like empty rooms are better than fucked up rooms. So maybe in the the sitting room where I weirdly the sitting room, because that was a fucked up piano, right?
yeah,
I'm trying to remember. The dining hall and the kitchen is right next to it.
right. So
Yeah.
this thing is the base, kind of a basement storage area where there was that vault that had the gold and it was all
right.
trapped. You saw that petrified barbarian type guy sitting in there.
So
this is just a kind of a store all catch
So
all
I'm gonna say,
basement of
Flotsam, these are all broken, right? This is, see how what a thing should look like, and then this is not.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So suboptimal. So two things we're gonna do. Okay, we're gonna make a big pile.
Okay.
Of all the shit in here.
Okay.
Not shit. The broken down furniture, right? And we're gonna put it in one corner. We're just gonna get in one corner. I'm gonna clean this all up, and then go around, and then anything else that's broken, as in not operational. Do you understand that? Not operational or non-functional or broken, let's say. And then we're gonna bring that down here. I'm gonna put it in the pile.
Okay.
right.
Are statues non-functional?
No.
Okay.
Wait, no. Statues are just doing what they're supposed to.
Okay.
So I would say things that are broken beyond repair. How does that sound?
Perfect.
Yeah. Got
Logging.
it. So,
Logging.
You do that now. You go, just knock yourself out.
It starts, Roger.
Start with the bottom, start with the common use areas, right? Sleeping area, kitchen. Let's start there and we'll work our way up to the bedrooms.
Okay.
All right? Good. Knock yourself out. Go.
On it.
He's going to leave me and I'm going to eye that painting for a second.
Oh yeah, the one that
And I'm gonna-
is in front of all the treasure.
I'm going to go back into the treasure room for a minute. I'm going to at least open it up.
Okay.
And I want to stand on the threshold and I want to look out into the treasure room and see like if I'm looking at the claw machine, John, what looks like particularly appeal. Like I'm looking for a chalice. I'm looking for either something. I'm pretty much looking for things that I can gift to both my dad and to TMEC.
Oh,
like
gotcha.
Things that would be appealing to them.
Okay. So yeah, you push the painting, like you're in this kind of catch-all basement. There's that giant painting, that inaccurate painting, but colorful painting.
Right.
The little clue on the thing being like, only fools rush in. You can slide that open. You're at the threshold. You see the statue of this barbarian type kind of in the midst of moving quickly. Mm-hmm. And then all around are piles of gold. Lots of gold and platinum and jewels and your basic kind of assortment of goblets and gems and things like that. So anything that would be nice and presentable. The amount is hard to calculate from where you are.
Right.
But you get the sense that, as you even can tell and remember, you look down, there's pinpoints in the ground. The place is trapped.
Right.
And... yeah, so
I'm ready to maybe to go for it. Can I just do it was pressure plates, right? Like spikes, like the floors went down and spikes came out. Was that how it all?
it kind of seemed like that. There was a little bit of a gap in the floor where like there were at every tile point there was some breakage on there, and it seemed like based off of the way the statue is running that there's an element of speed involved with it.
I'll do a check for traps. With an eye for detail.
Yeah.
And steady eye. I'm not gonna move. So John.
Yeah.
The elder sign means a natural 20.
Natural 20. Oh, perfect.
So that's a 28.
Yeah. Now that you had some time away from it and you
Yeah.
can think through it, you get the sense that based off the way the plating and the floor are, it's based off of speed. And as long as you maintain a stealth speed, as if difficult terrain, you probably gonna be fine.
Yeah.
No sudden movements, and you should be good.
Well, one round I can go 90 feet. So I feel like I'm gonna Sonic the Hedgehog around this room.
Bing, bing, bing. The idea is that if you're gonna rush in
Yeah.
and go super fast, there's no telling what's gonna come out of those little pinpoints.
Sure.
Well, you can actually probably tell. You can infer. There's a lot of inferring you can do
Yeah.
based off of the statue in there and all that.
Yeah. Well, AoE stuff. I've got invasion, so I feel like I could probably. I'll figure out a way to half the damage somehow. So I'm gonna look out and try to eye two pieces. Something that maybe nautical themed for Dad, and something to just. I don't know. Like this, I feel like I'm picking it's the end of Last Crusade, and I'm trying to pick the chalice. Something like very nice and sturdy, but not ostentatious. Like
Nice and sturdy, okay.
useful, even. Like if there's like almost like a magical item that would be useful for TMEC.
For T-Mac?
Yeah, like a high fantasy BlackBerry. You know what I mean? Like that's what we're going
Right.
for. Business casual.
Let's see. Roll, I guess, investigation. Let's see what we can.
All right.
Because you're gonna root through
Steady
this.
eye. Oh, that's a 19 on the die. So that becomes 30.
You can sift through it. There's a lot of money here, and effectively, you have enough here to where you could actually start hiring people if you wished. You could start building this place up. It's enough to get the place running,
Sure.
get staff going. That's just a quick eye for the amount. The thing that sticks out the most in terms of gift wise, you see a little parchment opener, letter opener type thing, a little mini dagger. It's infernal in design. It's got Aranese wings as the hilt, and kind of a lithe Aranese, just kind of, they're the handle.
Yeah.
As they're in the pose. And the blade is a red steel, and it looks kind of cool. Not ostentatious, but pseudo-functional. Something that you feel that TMEC would at least be amused by.
Sure.
And then after a while be like, I need this.
Yeah.
And then as far as for something for Drago, that one's a little bit more generalized. There's a couple of elaborately designed crosses, something that you might affix in a ship, have with you on a ship for luck, things like that, religious symbolism. A few of those buried within a few of the mounds. So the one that kind of stands out to you is more of a cross with kind of spinny, smoky filigrees at the end of it.
Sure.
And it's a little bit more on the ostentatious side, but again...
Right. Never, not overly religious.
Right.
More superstitious, if anything.
You couldn't place what deity it's for.
Yeah.
It's very much, it's very much, I don't know what you believe in, so here's a cross.
Sure.
And it's decorated a lot. So it's a little bit more ostentatious.
All right.
Tiamat would be that's bullshit. But Drago would be like, that's fancy.
I'm happy to. I'm gonna eye them up and then go for both of them.
Okay, yeah. And given just kind of what you've gathered from the way this particular trap seems to work, there's no trouble.
Okay.
You're going in with purpose and steady, and you have a fast speed, so even halved that for stealth or moving across careful terrain.
Right.
Should be fine. But just keep in mind that you have to keep on the ball with that, and any of your lesser dexterous friends would need to be primed on that before.
Yeah.
Because you do sense a few spots that you pass over pretty quickly that they're a little bit hairier than the rest. They're a little bit more sensitive. The plating wobbles a little bit. And you're like, no, that doesn't bother me at all. But no, like, nah, that might get used to.
You know I can move things with my mind, right?
Yeah, but sometimes you do stuff for fun.
Yeah, everyone's kind of doing that.
You know what I mean? You got to get your kicks where you can. All right. Well, I'm gonna go and just kind of. Can I reach out and just get like a scoop out like a fistful of gold, like a small bag full of gold?
Yeah.
Enough that I feel like I could give Drago to I want to just like scoop some that's by the door into it that I feel like I could give to him to maybe apportion the house.
Okay.
Like get us some quality new bedding and stuff like that. So yeah, I will let you at some point, and I feel like this whole time weirdly Fetter's just like zipping around. Like there's a lot of just like his head poking in and be like, hey, how we doing? Like just like I'm leaving Tazlin alone. Like I know Tazlin will like come back out when Tazlin's ready to come back out, but everyone else he's just like, no, Sonny, like just a little.
Okay.
I feel like I'm riding Flotsam too hard. That poor sweet boy. I'm just like, Flotsam, no, that one's not broke. Put that one back. Like, no, broken is like broke like this.
And then he takes one other thing and breaks it. Like
Don't
this.
break the. And I'm just like, as Fetter's just like, I don't know. He's like, it's like the first time, like when you had your first apartment and your parents like,
Yep.
For us, it's like flew into town for, you know what I mean? Like my parents have come to visit me like 3 times in 20 years. So so it's just like, but I want to give the other two space because I know this is my weird bullshit. But I do have a house to show them, so that's something. And I'm just like, is the evil man-eating tree, is that mostly gone? Like
that's mostly like, calcified, rotted away, and like sloughed off, yeah.
Okay.
And Flotsam did do some of that. You can see that he actually cleared out some of that stuff, and the statue in there of the tiefling, I think, they're dusted off. There's no dust on them. They seem fine. They're still
the petrified people are all still where we left them, right? They haven't moved at all. Okay, cool.
Every single one of them still there.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to figure that out at some point.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So, and I'll just so gently, I'll just come, just like check in with it, be like, hey, so we should meet in like the main, by the statue, in the main hall when you guys are. I just want to chat. And Fetter's like weirdly nervous for some reason.
Yeah, and you guys can see this. That there was the Fetter of the kobolds contracts coming in suave and smooth, and this is just like scurried and hurried and nervous. You're getting a very different picture of Fetter when he comes in, pops in.
Keeps prestidigit, like he's just futzing with the pen, like things that like. Okay, so yeah, when you guys are ready, like when you guys feel.
Is this all still the same day?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's only been maybe an hour or two-ish, a couple hours of kind of getting yourself settled in, and you're looking at, and unless Fetter had told you, probably closer to the afternoonish.
So Tazlin eventually makes her way out of the hot spring. She comes wandering down the hall, eating an apple towards the statue. Hair's still wet. She's not wearing her bolero. She's not wearing the scarves around the Actually, she's not even wearing the underbust. She's just got her shirt and her pants. She's kind of, and even that's like a little wet still because she couldn't find a towel to dry herself off on. She just takes a bite out of the apple, looks up at the statue, and is like,
I'm gonna be like, do you mind? Do you mind? And I'll just like start to like dry you off, and just like hold up an arm and just like. I know we need towels, right? We need towels. Listen,
no,
so
it's fine.
and like there's like a cigarette hanging out of the corner of Fetter's mouth that is like the ash is very
Bill
long.
Murray or
Better.
Dan Aykroyd walking down the hall in Ghostbusters, hanging off the lip.
Fetter.
I was like, there's a lot here that we do not have. I don't know if. I mean, I know we kind of showed up here and we were like, oh, look, it's a thing. And then we like ran out of here to save the world and all that. But there's like a lot of essentials. You know what I mean? Like
Towels.
Yes.
I'm not there.
The larder. No, you're not here yet, or
You're all gathering together by now.
My eyes are a little red, so you can tell that like I went through my own shit, but I was like, Fetter.
Yeah.
It's gonna be okay. It'll be okay.
Okay.
We just moved in.
Yeah. Housewarming.
We inherited a shit show.
Sure. Yeah. Real bad.
Yep. And I'm sure Flotsam has been helping make that shit show both shitty and less shitty at the same time.
Sure. Yes. We had some conversations. Yes.
Yep. And we've got Sunny here, so that makes it a shit show too.
Sure.
So we're doing what we can. It'll be fine.
So
it'll be good.
Yeah.
And if you need to, I'll punch your dad in the face.
Wonderful. So I went in the treasure room and got these, and then like pulls out like just like with just like a giant bejeweled cross and like a weird. And I was like, I don't. So here's what I'm thinking. Big bag of gold. I'm gonna give that to Drago, not for him, but like for us to like maybe stock out the larder, get us some towels, some basics. I mean, I hate that it's my dad. I'd rather it be like, Dad, don't go to Target for me, but like, and then I figure like this Infernal kind of letter opener, I guess. I don't know. That'll be for Tiamat. Very practical. She'll love it. But we'll do that later.
Sounds great.
So just want a couple like just basic ground rolly stuff.
As you're talking, I reach into your pocket,
Yeah.
take the cigarette from your mouth,
Yeah.
light another cigarette, and then
And then
just
just switch. Just switch.
and I'm like,
And I weirdly just like let you, like I just give you like a little lip to like.
Yep, and I'm like,
Okay, so
Yusuf's just shaking his head.
so a couple just like I just want to make sure we're all on kind of the same page going into all this, right? Like, so here's the thing.
Should I get Sunny? Should she know these rules?
No, absolutely.
Just
not.
checking.
This is like, listen, I love Sunny to death.
I'm trying
I
to
don't.
cover all the bases for. We know.
It's party business.
Trying to cover all the bases for you so that she doesn't like embarrass you or anything like
No,
that.
that's
like,
fine. She's gonna do or not do whatever she's gonna do. So,
you can go keep her company.
Pass.
That'd be a great distraction.
Hard fucking pass.
how's the hot spring, by the way?
Wonderful.
All right, yeah, I mean, that's
A
what
little
I'm
bit
thinking.
saltier. Now,
Little salty.
but yeah.
Oh, daddy. I would drink that for money. And he looks her just dead in the eye.
Woof.
Okay.
Sorry. There's a lot happening, right?
I mean,
there's a lot happening with me.
We can make it saltier. I mean, it does need your contribution.
I will happily do it. Sorry, I'm like everything's a little keyed up right now, so that's like everything. So, I appreciate you rolling with it. Your contributions are noted and appreciated.
You can almost hear the old humpbacks a calling.
Anyway, so why is it my family? It's my family first, but then it's gonna be your family, and your family's dead.
At a certain point, I reach over, take his cigarette. Right when he says that, I just like reach over, take his cigarette, take a nice long puff, and then put it
back
His
in.
mouth.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay. So, a couple of things about my dad, right? So, yay that he's here. Great. So maybe he's got some food and some drink and stiff drink, and maybe he can kind of kit us out, and then we can send him back to get some other stuff. And maybe, I don't know, whatever. You can go trade with the monks. Who gives a shit? Do you think they, like, because sometimes monastic villages make, like, nice furniture, like really nice furniture. Do you think that's their vibe?
Oh, yeah, probably. They spend tons of time. I mean, there was that one guy that very clearly was working on gems or something like that. So I'm sure there's probably a really adept woodworker there.
Maybe. And we could give money to the
Whether
community,
he
blah,
works
blah.
on actual wood or the other kind of wood, who knows? Maybe both.
Probably both.
Magic Mike situation, or
Wonderful. To that end, no one seduced my father. Thanks. Just putting that out there. Not pointing any fingers, but
I
Check.
didn't know he was your dad. I'm sorry.
that's okay. There's a very short list. He's on the top of it. My father, nor any of his crew, and we can talk about. Oh, well, here's the thing. Now, sorry, I'm brains all over the place. They're not gonna stay, right? We're not gonna. No one should stay here.
No.
They can stay on the boat. We can maybe have like 1 or 2 people. Like, is there anyone from the?
we have all this room.
I just look
Absolutely.
at Yusuf. No.
Absolutely not.
We have 11 beds.
No.
That's all I'm
Listen,
saying.
when your family comes to town, you get them to get a hotel near you. It's better that way. We just got here. I barely feel like my bedroom's my bedroom. So like,
Well, yeah, we don't have any furniture that works.
If they stay, then you get to entertain them, and they'll be on your side.
but like, here's the thing.
Okay.
Like, I know he's turning a corner and all this, but my dad's a pirate and a deadbeat. So I just don't want to be in a situation where like a month goes by and we're like, hey, Dad, remember how you were going to take your crew and leave? And then he's still hanging out on the couch eating Cheetos. Like, so let's just do that. To that end, maybe a little bit nefarious, is there anyone from the crew we want to pilfer? Like, as in, seduce into our employ? Maybe the cook?
Oh, you mean like poach?
Yeah! I don't know, think about it.
I don't remember a ton.
Definitely not Candace.
Yeah, Candace can go fuck herself.
But there was a couple.
Candace.
There was like 1 or 2 hearty starty.
Cadence? Candace.
Kate. I always said Cadence, but I believe it's
Cadence?
Candace. Or is it Cadence?
Who cares?
Fuck her.
Cadence.
Fuck her anyway. The Cadence.
She seemed nice.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, and the whole time we walked into the Underdark and back, I kept trying to remember, like, which one is it? And I'd convinced myself it was Cadence. So, Cadence, yeah, sure.
Yep.
To that end, that means she has inadvertently returned to us when we tried to send her off as far away from us as humanly possible.
Oh, yep.
So, do we figure out she should stay on the boat, yeah?
Oh, yes.
I mean, they'll probably all be happier on
No.
the boat because it's their normal home. So, I mean, we'll just keep it at the dock. It's fine.
I just want to set out some ground rules. Now, Horatio wants to come bed out for a night. Like, whatever. We'll put 4 beds together and hope it doesn't break.
I mean, the only way I'd be okay with Candace coming here is if I can teach her how to fight again and break her nose.
Sure. Round 2.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anything else, gang? Anything else
lot
about
to
these
unpack
pirates
there.
before we, like, figure out the pirates? That's the thing is I just don't want to get into a situation where they're here forever. 1. 2, Cadence, ew.
She seemed nice.
I don't know. The doomed prophecy thing's weird and whatever. 3, keep your eye out for anyone we might want to poach. Yeah? Good? Yes?
Sounds great.
All right. Hey, I mean, how do we want to... I mean, I know everybody's... Taz, do you want to, like... Listen, you're your own person and you can... Like, I figured, like, maybe Yusuf and I could go meet the boat, unless you wanted to come with. Can you take a look at the teleportation circle, maybe? I don't know.
I'm totally fine being over here in the lab looking at all the teleportation circles. That's fine. Just give me a holler.
I mean, we could... I mean, if you want to come along, I'm not dissuading you from that at all, but...
I'm fine. I
Yusuf
almost
walks
died on
over.
that ship.
Yusuf walks over to Feder
Yeah.
and just like puts his hand around him on his shoulder.
Yeah.
And he's just gonna put like 5 points of positive energy
Hi.
into him, so it's just nice and warm and relaxing. It's like it's okay, buddy.
Okay.
It's gonna be okay.
All right.
Promise.
This is a little weird, right? Like, we have like a giant underground gazzle.
Yeah,
That
I mean-
we own,
Yeah.
theoretically.
Theoretically, I mean, no one else is here, so kind of own it. It's not like someone's gonna come back.
I mean,
and
well,
try
like,
and
we know
reclaim
the
it and kill
previous
us.
occupant, right? And she pretty much gave us a lease. Maybe not in a technical legal sense, but
I mean, she offered me the whole Shadowfell, so I mean, this is
that's a lot.
yeah.
That's a whole lot.
That's a whole
Yeah.
lot.
With a hole in it.
Out of control. We'll unpack all of that later, too.
Yep.
Yep.
Why is my dad here? Anyway, so Yusuf.
Yeah.
Want to march to the docks, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
He just
that.
screams.
I will stay here. It seems like staying here is better for your sanity, Feder. I know. I know me being around the daddy-o kind of.
No, that's not it at all. Listen, my darling. I mean,
the last time you guys went at each other, I threatened both of you, so...
Sure. I am at my best when you're living your best life. So whatever that means in this instance, feel free to follow your truth.
It's been a weird month.
Hasn't
It's been a weird few weeks.
It's true.
Yeah, month. It's been like 4 weeks.
Has it? I think it's only been 3.
Well, we did lose that week in the Shadow.
That's
Fell.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, John, where are we at on the clock here? How many boxes have you ticked off?
Well, assuming Federer looks at his watch and all that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're like right here.
Well-
you're in the second month now. No, you're
Oh.
in the first month still. The Dawnbreak month. So you're still in Dawnbreak, and it's the 26th.
So how many weeks have we known each other?
Feels like it should be at least 2 months.
Yeah,
3.
it's about 2 months.
It's been a weird 2 months.
Well,
Yeah.
sweetest of boys. I think probably it would be better for your sanity if I stayed and like maybe prepped for your aunt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's gonna
so
be weirder. This
go-
is easy. This is the
you
easy
go
one.
handle Daddy. Don't get in trouble.
Right. Because, like, Dad's not going to report back any of this to anybody, really, because he has no one except for really me and that weird crew.
I know you're not a fan, but at
my
least
aunt-
keep it to like one baby punch in the face.
Sure.
But
Strong kick in the ass.
Yeah. If he's really an asshole, you could do the groin. That's fine.
No. Yeah.
But
Got it.
yeah, I'll stay here and I'll prep for the other visitor.
Magical.
We'll do that.
And I just hands on the side of the face.
Hands over your hands. Yeah.
Just you are a wonder and a delight. Do you know that?
Same to you, sweetheart.
And there's a little kiss. Just a little quick one. Come on, Pooh Bear, let's go.
Pooh Bear, what is he? As he walks away.
Yeah.
And as they're walking, you just hear me just kind of go, Sonny!
Oh
And
my
yeah,
god.
You two head down. Yusuf and Feder, you head through the South Passage, and after this point, there's not much more than just passageways and traversal to the end of the mountain. You eventually emerge out of the south of the mountain, and it's a very rickety, very I don't want to say half-assed dock. It's the kind of dock that was built quickly, and they didn't get to spend much time on it. But you can see the purpose was to house a ship about as much as a galleon, but just the dock system is not quite there yet. That may need a little bit of repair just to be able to bring in heavy duty equipment and heavy duty supplies, things like that. So there's some work to be done there, but that's just floating around your mind, Feder, at about a million miles per hour. But you see a ship there. It's not the Phoenix Blade though that's moored there. It's an actual new ship, a new galleon, which is a surprise to you. And you see unrecognizable sailors doing their rounds, cleaning the crow's nest, the masts, and getting it ready to go. And you see wandering around, keeping an eye on things and issuing orders. You do see Drago once more.
Yeah.
He looks to be taking on a more captain-y role. Another thing. And you look, as you approach the ship itself,
He took your advice.
you see the ship itself. They don't notice you just yet because they're busy. They're still busy for being here for a few days.
Making your dad a better person.
And you don't see any other of the other crew immediately.
What's the name on the boat?
There's nothing yet. This is new.
Oh,
This
okay.
is like new.
New. Oh, it's that new.
That's that new ship.
Interesting.
So it looks like nothing's been christened quite yet. But you do see
Giggity.
you do see a familiar Dragonborn walking around, just kind of trying to get used to new crew and all that. So there was one that managed to stay with Drago and come with them.
What was that sweet boy's name?
Klektha Gradunch.
Oh, Klektha.
Yep.
I have to let. I hope. And he sees Klektha and he just thinks back and hopes that Liza's out in the world,
Yeah.
living her goddamn truth.
Yeah, so Drago managed to bring Klektha with him. And yeah, new ship. Newly minted ship. Nothing, not worn. It looks unchallenged by the seas and unchallenged by combat. But given the nature of the work that Drago appears to be doing, he seems to be captaining it.
No, fantastic.
And you guys get to about there is a bit of a gap between the boat and the actual dock, the makeshift dock, that isn't quite connected. Mm-hmm. So you get the sense that people coming to and fro would be leaping. There's still a little bit of, like, this dock is not a good dock.
Sure.
I had a map made and I forgot to bring it, but it's not well built.
Right.
And so to get on, you'd have to do some acrobatic shit. But eventually, one of the sailors sees you and is like, "Persons!" And Draw goes immediately to the edge of the ship and he leans over. "Ah, ahoy!"
Captain?
"Yes, got a bit of a story for that. Come on aboard. Apologies, this dock is shit."
No, how do you feel about, why don't you and perhaps Clekthal come join us at the manor?
Okay, if that is your wish.
But you know what? I apologize. Forgive me. We'll join you on board. I would love to see a tour of this vessel.
Absolutely. That might be easier as we're just getting this thing ready to go. Yes, come on aboard. And
Sure.
You over there, throw them a line. Make it easy for them. And, one of the sailors tosses a few lines out to you guys to give you a chance to climb on up without too much effort.
Yusuf just makes the leap.
He just makes the leap? All right.
Aha!
23 athletics.
Sure.
Nice. Yeah, you make the leap and latch on, and the sailor's like, "Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Like, dock, free run.
Doing.
Second dock, ship.
Yep. All right. Yeah, no, he's impressed. Startled, but impressed. Like, "Oh, all right, sir. Yeah. Ooh." Gets back to what he's doing. And you going to take the rope, Feder, or are you just going to jump up?
I'll take the rope.
Okay, you take the rope. You get up into the ship, and yeah, it's bustling. They're setting up. They're getting ready to go. And Drago slaps you on the shoulder. Let's just get to it. I took our meeting to heart, and
Apparently.
I had a little bit of a talk with Horatio, and we worked it out. He has different goals, different aims, and I just mentioned I need to break out on my own, and I won't feel right unless I do. Long story short, it was a good talk, a couple good whiskeys, and I'm here. And I've got one guy, Clekthal over there, who decided to join me. The
I
rest,
see you, pal. Good to see you, Clekthal.
he's fun. And,
Yusuf will raise a hand to wave
Clekthal's
as
like,
well.
"Yeah, hi.
Clekthal, you treating you okay?
Absolutely dreamy.
There you go.
Yeah." He goes back, and Drago's like, "Yeah, no, we're breaking out." And I thought, given that I would try to circle around and see if you guys, survived, and if I could help in any way.
Does this ship fly?
No.
Just checking. I didn't figure it did, but thought I'd ask.
But a sturdy vessel, too, Pop. Like,
A sturdy
this looks-
vessel, and when we go to port off a ways, we're going to fix it up for some fighting and be ready in case my old nemesis shows up.
Sure. Well, Pop, let me be the first to welcome you to the Fallhold. And a little token of our appreciations. Yeah, nothing big, just something I found in the basement. And I'll just hand this off, it's like...
His eyes go wide when he sees the cross. He's like, "Oh my god." And he about a 15 in terms of trying to hide being really impressed by the gaudiness of it. He's trying to play it cool enough, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to play it like super cool that I'm not like...
yeah.
I didn't just get my dad like a super expensive present. So,
You like him.
Well, thank you. And he takes it and holds it. He keeps holding it. Awesome. That is
something for the captain's quarters. You gotta brighten the place up.
Indeed, it'll be fancy, and that's nice. I appreciate this. Thank you very much. And thank you for everything else. The talk, the judgment. I don't know.
Clouds under the airship, Pop. And I put a hand up on his shoulder, and I'm just like, "Nah, man, you look good. This feels good. This feels right." Not that Horatio wasn't a great captain in his own right, but
I was in a darker place, and he does stand taller, a bit taller.
Yeah.
You get the sense that the switch in command has just kind of unlocked that little bit of him.
sure.
And I needed it.
Yeah.
But seeing you jostled a few things and some priorities.
You know what? You've always been the captain, and you just needed to be the captain. So it looks like you're doing good. So, I have a small request. Did you see much of? You met Flotsam?
Ah, yes, the
Yeah, the automaton. Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
you've
construct, robot, whatever you want to.
What a weird little chap.
Yeah, no, we met him on our travels
That
here.
eye, that fucking eye is really hard to look at.
Yeah, Modron, what are you going to do?
Okay.
I know.
Makes a mental note.
Yeah. So here's the thing. We came down here looking for another tower. As you know, thanks for the ride.
Yeah.
And we're able to subdue a cult trying to get to here, apparently. Found the place empty. We're we're asked on to run a couple little missions for the gods and patrons of the rest of the party, and I've done that, and now I've returned.
Gods and patrons.
You know,
My God.
as you do. Unlike, some of us run around on our own, and, But needless to say, we're back, and we've been gifted this place by the previous occupant. And while it is kind of a remote locale, it's not the worst base of operations, as long as we can...
Yeah, this cove, this area is
Look, you and I...
hard to get to.
But fairly off the radar, you would...
Yeah.
say.
And he points out just to the south a ways. It is not very deep there. We have a little bit of navigation to get in, so it's remote and
Yeah.
tougher to get to. There's an advantage here that I think you'll appreciate.
Well, you squirrely old pirate, you figured out your way in with no real troubles, so...
You can thank Klekthal for that one.
Is it, what's the approach? Is it a sandbar or is it coral? What is it?
A lot more just jagged rocks. This is a lot more rocks, and a few... They widen as they get under the water surface. So harder paths to get through. A little bit dicey, but once you find the path, it's pretty good.
Wonderful. Well, you know the path, and I'd love to, as you seem to be your own man, and I'm sure you have your own goals and means, but I'm wondering if I couldn't proposition you with a small job to provision out the Fallhold a bit.
Yeah, I did mention to your little weird robot friend that might be something I'd be interested in doing, coming up to a deal, an arrangement. This is remote, which means that supplies will be difficult. And seeing as I need something for our crew to do, we need a place to go, a purpose for now, until we get our feet up. A supply system might be in order.
Yeah. I'd love to, again, and I'll present him with the,
Bag of coinage the
Yeah,
size
the-
of your fist.
bowling ball sized
He chuckles. Wow. Okay.
to, feel free to take off your operational costs from the top of that, and a little something else. But, we're looking for the basics here. Obviously, the place is fairly old, so beds, linens, dry lauder, whatever you can dig up. I would recommend, I don't know if I could fully get you there, but the Roche Day have an outpost just across the strait.
Yeah. Okay.
And, you may be able to. They're a very isolated folk, as it were, but...
I mean, he probably remembers. He took us there.
Oh, that's right. You
Yeah.
did take us there.
I do
if-
remember that strange place, but yes.
Yeah, if you went back there, and if Klekthal's got a steady hand, you may be convinced with them to trade in provision, and if not, we'll probably be leaving town in a bit on our own business. So if it takes a bit longer to get us some more reliable goods, then perhaps take your time. You
Okay.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if we could provision out the house and at least get us up and running, that would be quite the boon, Father. And again, if you always have a place here, if you need to, within reason,
Okay.
get the authorities off your back, or vengeful whoever, feel free to dock here whenever you need.
Thank you. Absolutely. The robot gave me a little bit of a look-see of the place, and it looks like there's some place if we need to hole up, but frankly, we'll be in and out pretty quick. Not the trip. That'll take a while. Regular old sea travel, not air travel. Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to miss that. The speed. But yes, we'll be able to bring some stuff in. We'll probably do an early, a local circuit, see what we can find in the southern cities, as well as the Varoshte, if they will let us, and start there and build you a basic a basic route. And if we can get that sustainable for longer periods of time, then maybe we'll reach out further. And at some point, we'll have to build up enough, because and he leans into you, Feder, just enough to where Yusuf doesn't hear. I'm going to try and find Zephyr. I
Look westward. That's
westward?
where I last heard she was headed.
Okay, westward.
There's the couple cities, right? Where's the other tower?
You deduced that her clues led to Xaris,
Yeah.
off of the southwest coast.
Maybe Casaris, but that can be dangerous country, pops.
Yeah.
But yeah, go take a look. You know, we've got it's been on my mind as well, but I think that we've got other more pressing issues, unfortunately, and you and I both know that Mom can take care of herself. So.
Yeah, I know she can. I just worry about her sisters.
Well, sure. I know you abhor the family business, as it were, but I will let you know with fair confidence that they are fairly preoccupied at the moment. So,
Okay. Are they looking for either of us? Are they reaching out to you? Can you say?
either of you? No.
Okay.
Again, as I can't say much, but
Okay.
much more pressing issues at hand, it seems.
Just as always, be careful. I know you have at least some fondness for them, but the sisters are.
I know, Dad.
They can be rough.
I know, they give you a rough time. And in their own ways, they've given me plenty of a rough time, too. But
Yeah.
well, it's good to see you, old man. You look good.
Thank you.
And I just give him a little, tug on the lapels and, the dust off the shoulder and,
He straightens and also adjusts as well. Yes. I mean, this is good pirate wear. I guess. I don't know. We're scurrying around trying. It's stupid. You probably don't understand. Just trying to scurry around, get everything clean and set up. And I wanted to show you a cool ship.
No,
And get it set up. And
a fine vessel it is. And I knock on
he's
it
like,
and just...
he looks up and he cringes. The mast, there's a tear and the mast. Fuck. Okay. I wanted to get it good, and I tried. And this is it. This is what it is. And
Heady days ahead, Father.
Yes, heavy days ahead. Absolutely. And he slaps you on the back and kind of looks out to the horizon. Yep, absolutely. All right.
Well, get on out there if you have any trouble. I imagine Flotsam will be here.
Okay.
your return.
We still have some more work to do on this ship. We'll still be here, but maybe not much more than 24 hours before we're out.
The cove is yours as long as you need it. But,
Okay.
yeah.
The crew is instructed to stay here at night and around, so we won't get any surprise visitors.
We're still turning over stones at the Fallhold, and it's a little dicier.
There's still some work to be done.
It's a fairly sordid history, and I'd hate for anyone to befall an unfortunate end.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. All right, cool.
all right,
Once things calm down, if before I leave, let's have a drink or something before I sail off. But otherwise, it's been good to see you.
yeah, stop up by the house.
All right, I will.
Okay. Good.
And-
And I just again, I dust him off and I
Thanks.
reach out do the old forearm grasp and give him a firm nod.
Yeah, and Klektal even runs up to and just gives a shoulder shove to Yusuf, it's good to see you. Oh, good talk, everybody. And he goes, he turns around, he runs back. So yeah, so then they all, Drago does his farewells, kind of a little more awkward about it. Just he's excited.
Father.
He's got a nervous energy. Yeah.
When you parted ways with Horatio, what of Cadence? Did she heed our warnings, I hope, to kind of steer clear of all this business?
She was interested in coming with, but I told her to stay. We had a talk.
I do appreciate that. I feel like that we've felled the supply lines of the cult for the moment, and by occupying the Fallhold, I think we'll thwart a bit of their plans, but there's still much of this we don't fully understand.
Yeah.
I would hate for her to get wrapped up in all of this business. So, good man.
Thank you. It's good to see you guys.
Good to see you, Dad.
He nods and.
I pull Klekta aside.
Oh yeah. What's going on, man?
So, how are you for medicine on the ship? Do you have supplies, bandages? Do you have a healer on board?
No, that's going to be along our supply route. We're going to try to find something.
Okay.
There's This is new. We're breaking off. We're spinning out. No, that's not the fucking phrase. We're
Starting off.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Flanking out or something. Yeah, whatever.
Striking out.
Good. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Grins his dragon maw just like, yeah.
He pulls a Keoktum's ointment out of his backpack. He's like, if one of you gets seriously injured,
Oh, okay.
use this. And
Got it.
if you can find some more, this is something I'd like to add to the list of what you guys might bring back. If you can get us a small supply, just so we have some on hand.
Okay, he takes it and like looks at it, kind of pops the top a little bit. And, okay. Okay, that's disgusting. I'll look for it.
It's disgusting, but it'll help if you get injured.
Yeah.
You can either drink it or apply it to the skin.
Man, magic users. Don't know you need them until you need them.
I mean, it's good for flesh wounds, but it's also good if you get poisoned or diseased.
Okay. That's good to know. I will. He looks up. Yep. It's in there. It's in the place.
And it has... Oh, damn. It has 5 doses.
5 doses. Oh.
Rolled max.
Thank you so much. It was good to see you guys. Just the two of you? Did y'all okay?
We're good. We're just trying to get the place in hand. So,
Cool.
cleaned and all sorted. But, yeah. We'll probably... from the sound of it, we're gonna have a drink with you before you leave. So
Yeah. And unless I fall overboard or
don't do that.
sneeze wrong, you'll see me.
All right.
Dragon breath. If you
No, I remember.
don't hold it in. He taps his nose.
Just aim away from the ship.
Oh yeah. Okay. He just walks back like, no. Okay. cool.
Wow.
Was this the guy that I beat at the drinking game?
I think so. Is the dragonborn
With the mechanical hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just, as Yusuf, as like we are, like I will take my moment to flourish on the way off the boat. Like I'll acrobatically like run off a thing and do some pirate, like Errol Flynn, like grab the rope and swing out to the docks.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. Oh yeah, it's a 10 with a
A lot.
10 with a lot?
yeah. And
I've got a
And-
15.
yeah. And when Yusuf and I are back on the dock walking home, I'm like, he's got to be a damn good navigator, right? Because
He's dumb as a box.
yeah, he's not bright. He is not a
Like,
You get the sense that there's a lot of
God
intuition
Yeah.
in this.
Jesus. I mean, it's just thick, right? Like, anyway, well, that went better than I thought. So
yeah.
hopefully that's one of 2. So you gonna be chill with Tiamat coming?
Yeah, I think as long as she doesn't try to start trouble, I think we'll be fine.
She's, of any of my aunts, she's the most sensible of the lot. She's a sturdy boot, where Fia's a flimsy heel, if that makes sense. So
Fair enough. Well, I mean, if she's coming to talk to us in person, like you said, it's obviously so that, I mean, I'm assuming it's not, well, no offense to you, but she being part of your family, there probably is a little bit of reconnaissance in this, so
of course,
maybe keep the exposure to the place
minimal.
But
Yeah, big box of treasure in the basement. That's between.
yeah, let's
That's between us. So.
close both those doors and not mention it.
Yeah. Hey, I was thinking a bunch about. We still haven't quite gotten to the bottom of all of the petrification business. I wonder if you had any thoughts about that.
Well, I'm not entirely sure myself. I do know that
Yeah. Well, it's like healing seems to be your vibe. You know what I mean? So I just don't know if there's anything in your wheelhouse that.
Just as a reminder, I was the one who took the book on like basilisks and various things, so that was the thing that I was gonna figure out.
I'm pretty sure Taz is working on it.
No, good. You know,
Although I will say,
this is a new. I just saw you out there handing out ointments and tinctures and things, and it just
oh yeah,
jogged my memory a
yeah.
bit.
Unfortunately, none of that can undo petrification,
Sure.
and I don't have the spell yet to be able to reverse it.
I
have a lesser version. But
yeah, you know me. I would just rather do this controlled, right? Like maybe
no, I know. I'm
one at a time as opposed to
all at
there's
once.
some part of me that's a bit worried that if they all wake up at once while we're gone, we'll have to retake the place we just took.
Yeah, I'm curious about Eldath's words about a possible ally that is, I can't remember how she pronounced it, in stone or petrified, however she phrased it. I'm wondering if she's in the courtyard.
Like already here?
Yeah.
Interesting. There's at least one tiefling amongst this lot. Not that
Well,
means everything.
I think one of whoever it is a follower of Eldath. I think it's a ally in that sense. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a mystery to unravel.
Mysteries on mysteries.
Which reminds me, I can't remember if I checked, John, if I checked the ballistas, if we were, if these are in working order or not.
I don't recall you saying you were going to go do that.
Yeah, that's probably going to be next on my list. Also, checking to make sure that the train is still here.
Okay, yeah, as you guys get back up, you get back in and find yourselves back in the place. And Tazlin, you're still there at the main room. Because they're coming back now. As they've been talking, they finally breach into the...
I would have been
Up
looking
tinkering.
at the,
Yeah.
At the...
teleportation circles and
Oh,
all
gotcha.
of that the whole time they were gone.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so that...
I would not have just stayed there.
Good.
You're not
like
flotsam.
like an NPC that
Right.
only stands in
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
place.
No.
So they go through.
Yeah.
They don't see in that courtyard. So
That's why I called Sunny, because I was enlisting her help.
Yeah. So Yusuf, you can be checking that the ballista and figuring that out. The train seems to be there still.
Yeah.
Just cold from inactivity. Not much movement there.
Well, as we part ways, I'm like, well, I think we continue to make ready. I'm not interested in inviting my aunt to the house until my father is well and gone. I think it's in everybody's best interest.
Yeah,
So,
no, I agree. Yeah.
woohoo.
Tazlin, while they were gone, you've inspected the teleportation circles. They're in good condition, if a bit dusted over and kind of a little bit of work as some of the age has shown, but you can kind of see where the connecting is, and they're in good condition. It's just a matter of getting that memorized, figured out. You could, if you spend maybe some time at night studying them, more than like you're basically kind of getting a lay of the circles. They're all in good shape. They're all
Yeah.
workable. You can assign them different things.
I would have been trying to figure out if there's ones already attached to like other cities and so on and so forth.
They appear like they might have been at one time. They're free agent circles at the moment. They've just
Okay.
been not used. They've been ill thought. Like they've not been thought of. So a lot of their definition is not there. But you can see that some seem to have infernal design in their runage. Some have more material planes. Some have more Dominion-esque rune styling. So you get kind of various different areas. And those two, more infernal and Dominion-esque, kind of their high academic rune craft. There's some of that in there. So you could theoretically have some good access to infernal or Dominion area. But again, they've lost some specificity over the years. So less so than like the Forge, where Yusuf has to spend a lot of time. You get the sense that maybe with the help of an Arcanist or someone with more magic who could kind of help you get those to life, you could probably get those going.
That's so insulting. Somebody with more magic? Ugh, I'm offended.
You're not an artificer.
No.
I just mean in the sense of the comparable thing that doesn't match fantasy is you can't just go to a house and have internet. You got to get the Spectrum person to show up and fuck around your house for a few hours. There's that level of you sense that level of work. But given if you were to be somewhere else and had the ability to teleport, you get a sense that you could actually think of any of these. These aren't too difficult to memorize, keep in your mind. The Dominion one's the easiest one. It is the most basic of the Runish. The Infernal one looks to be a little bit complicated and tricky. And the other ones are various, either different planes or different elements. And for next time, I'll have a more specific list.
Okay.
I do have it. It is not with me. But it's not a difficult task ahead of you for those teleportation circles.
Okay. Because, yeah, I figured this would probably be the area that his aunt would pop into. So,
Probably, yeah.
yeah, just kind of going over, prepping it, trying to make it pretty and also fortify it just in case.
Yeah, and out of all the places that you guys have explored in here, this area, your area, is the cleanest, the nicest, the most put together. In terms of who wins the cleanest part of the Fallhold, Towsland, you do.
Oh, wow.
You didn't have to do a whole lot for
Making it
but-
a competition.
I feel like a lot of that is just because it's the part where not a lot of people went.
Yep.
Sure.
And then there's that statue still there at the table. Just
Yeah.
Way to
over the
keep
bone.
the execution hole nice and clean.
Yeah, well, that area is nice.
I think it was more like a laboratory.
Yeah, the Illithid statue is still there, still just in that position of dissection of a body that no longer exists on that table.
Just
Well, I think we figured out from the bones it was it a Medusa or a basilisk?
Yeah, a Medusa.
yeah.
Yeah. And we're not in any hurry to wake up the Illithid, even though we know that
No.
it's alive. And
He's like last. He
Yeah.
probably knows the most, but
Not wrong. So then, yeah, as you guys get back and prepare for the eventual arrival of Tiamat and try to figure out this new place of yours, you know, that feeling when you get back home from the airport and you just don't recognize your house anymore, sort of thing, the new house you moved into, that feeling, you're just kind of dealing with that still.
The last thing Yusuf is going to do for the day
Okay.
is he's going to summon Gallahan.
yeah.
Oh, yes.
Get that sweet
so that,
boy back
so that
here.
he's here, and he'll do it in the courtyard.
Gotcha. All right, yeah. He appears majestically in front of you and shakes off, you know, whatever from wherever he was, and
Well, when I left him, he was guarding the outside of the entrance to not
Oh, yeah.
here, but the entrance at the face of the
the
mountain.
very open entrance.
yeah.
Has
So
he
then
seen
dust.
anybody in a?
Yeah, like asked him like how long he was there. Was there anyone else that showed up?
He shakes his head, no.
Okay.
And then nuzzles against, like, kind of brushes against you, like, happy to see you.
Yeah, I'll headbutt him a little bit and rub him behind the ears. Yeah, sorry it took so long to get you back. Things got complicated for a little bit, but made it through. And it looks like this is our new home. So, wanna
Looks around.
walk around, get a lay of things? You can.
You hear a really faint, Sonny motherfucker. No, not there.
I'm doing the best I can.
I'm gonna look down just right at the end. I'm gonna look down at the contract for Pip and the boys and see if it's been redeemed on anyone yet.
All right.
Oh boy.
Let's see. I gotta get 5. Okay.
This is gonna be my scry check, is just to see how many of the boys are still
4,
kicking it on the prime material.
5
They're
of them.
already in a metal band on the surface.
All right. Let's see what we got.
Oh no.
Well, Pip is still going. That's for sure.
Oh, that's good. Good job.
Pip is going.
Good job, Pip.
This was an easy roll too. Pip is going. The rogue is gone.
Oh.
That tracks.
He just licked too much dust off of the, I don't know.
Too stabby to live.
I mean, he can't swim.
Yeah. The that's too bad. The sorcerer is also gone. The
Sammy!
and
No!
and the barbarian too.
Oh, God. Yeah, well, I did know this was. I did count on this
The ranger.
happening.
The ranger's still there.
Ranger's still there.
And then
That's it. It's the bard and the ranger.
Bard and the ranger. Yep.
That's it. Everybody else is dead.
Yep.
Two-man team.
Shine bright, you beautiful boys.
Maybe they had some sense and have given up by this point.
Yeah.
They only. I mean, the rolls all had to they had to beat 10. And
No.
nope.
No, Billy.
Oh.
There. Here.
Willie. Yeah, more.
Willie the warlock was the lucky one.
Willy. How are the ballistas? Are they good?
They're good.
Okay.
Well.
Roll for it.
Yeah. Roll for it.
Percentile?
Sure.
You gotta make some components. Use that forge. Keep us out of Sky Point. It's be great.
I'm getting things back up in a working order. Everybody calm down. 76%. With a 19.
Left one is, the west one is still good. The right one, the east one is broken.
Okay. I'll,
Unusable.
once I get the forge up and running, I will make that my first priority to fix. Oh, I will also take whatever I can cannibalize off of the furniture or whatever that is broken.
Oh yeah, I'll show you the shit pile.
There's a huge ship pile. It's getting bigger.
I'm gonna take what I can and try and repair the dock so that they don't have to jump, like just to mend a bridge across that.
Yeah, you guys start to get used to this new place of yours, this new home, this new fortress, this new base of operations.
That was actually kind of easy. As far as family visits go, I guess. Here's hoping the old auntie visit is just as smooth. Although, if all the stuff Fetter mentioned in this heavily abridged and redacted family dossier is true, well, it's probably going to be a bit of an ordeal, isn't it? And that's where I leave you. Thanks for all the very fine ale and the very fine, decent company. I'll be back next time to tell you all about old auntie here in these Demon Days.
That we found the gargoyle in?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
So
That
let's
one?
see.
No.
That's the bath, isn't it?
No, I'm going
There's
multiple baths.
so there is
Past the library.
yeah, there is a
Yeah.
Yeah. The hot spring.
the hot spring.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just crossing through walls now. Whoa.
Woo!
Whoa. Whiplash.
So eventually Teslin will make her way out towards the... Oh my god, stop! Stop messing with the map. Just get to a point and keep it there. You can zoom out to where we can see all of it, and then you can just keep it there, okay? Not that far.
This is a close-up?
Perfect. Thank you
There.
very much. Don't touch it. So, eating an apple. I swear to God.
I'm not doing anything. Well, the problem comes with I don't have.
Tighten that boy up.
It keeps
So saggy.
It's a natural
so saggy, it's like a
condition.
moose.
It happens
Real
to
heavy.
everybody.
Sometimes you just
Real top heavy.
real top
Wow.
heavy. Sometimes you just fiddle the tip a little bit and maybe it'll pop back
Smack it
up.
to work.
See, now I'm looking at it too.
You're good.
God damn it.
Audience,
Son of a
you-
bitch.
Not better.
Yeah. Audience,
It's fine. It's
Yusuf is
fine.
Messing around.
Everything's fine.
Yep. Oh, careful. We're not gonna-
His
Oh shit.
his ADD is getting the best of all of us right
It's
now.
fine.
No, it's not.
You're good. It was just catching.
That's not gonna make it better.
I'm leaving that one where it is so I can look at shit on the bottom one.
But that's not gonna make it better. It's still gonna be distracting. That's the point. It's distracting. It's sensory input.
It's just like moving in the periphery of our vision.
Stop. Thank you. All right.
Here, look, you got a little one, buddy. Here.
So
Here, you wanna watch Bluey? You wanna watch Bluey, buddy? Come on, we can watch. Play one of your games, buddy. Play one of your games. It'll be okay.
No, keep scratching.
all right, are we good? Can we do take three? Yeah. Okay. Great. Thanks. So eventually, Taslin makes her way out of the freaking hot spring.
Okay, can I get a take of that where you're not like
Just clean.
actually non-exasperated?
Back to one, folks. All right, here we go.
That is going to be the end of the episode.